What if I told you that most falls after age 60 aren't accidents? They're predictable and preventable. I'm about to share something with you that could change everything about how you think about aging and independence. But first, let me tell you about Helen. Helen was 72. Sharp as a tack, independent, proud. She'd never fallen once in her entire life, until that Tuesday morning in her kitchen. She was making her usual breakfast, reached for the coffee mug on the counter, and somehow, she still doesn't know how, she tripped over her own foot. She caught herself on the counter. No injury, no bruise. But something else happened that morning. Something that would change everything. The fall shook her confidence. For the first time in her life, she felt fragile, so she did what seemed logical. She became more careful, very careful. She started holding onto walls. She avoided going out. She moved slower, more deliberately. She thought she was being smart. She thought she was preventing another fall. But here's what most people don't understand about falls after 60. And this is crucial. The fear of falling often becomes the very thing that causes the next fall. 3 weeks later, Helen fell again. This time, she fractured her hip. The woman who had never fallen once in 72 years had now fallen twice in less than a month. And the second fall, the one that really hurt her, happened because she'd become weak and unsteady from avoiding movement after the first fall. Helen later told me, "I didn't think I'd ever walk confidently again. I felt old for the first time in my life." Now, I'm sharing Helen's story because after helping thousands of seniors improve their balance and mobility over the past 15 years, I've learned something that might surprise you. Falls aren't about age, they're about action, or the lack of it. They're about habits. Some habits protect you. Others, even ones that seem logical, can actually put you at greater risk. Today, I'm going to share 4 things you absolutely must do to prevent falls, and 4 things you should avoid, including some advice you've probably been given that could be making you less safe, not more. Because here's the truth. You want to be safe, but you don't want to be handled. You want strength, dignity, control. And it's still possible. This isn't just a tip video. If you're over 60, or if you love someone who is, this is your reminder that strength is still within your control. This is about making sure you never become the parent your kids worry about, or the friend who stops leaving the house. We'll return to Helen's story later, because the end of her story will surprise you. But first, let's talk about what you can do today. Most people think more rest is the answer to preventing falls. Take it easy. Don't push yourself. Be careful. But the truth? That could be what's putting you at risk. Here's what happens when you become overly cautious. Your muscles start weakening within days. Your balance systems, the ones that have kept you upright for decades, start deteriorating. Your confidence erodes. And here's the kicker. Most people think this is just normal aging, but it's not. It's deconditioning. And deconditioning is reversible. Studies show that seniors who engage in regular balance and strength training are 23% less likely to fall than those who don't. 23%. That's not a small number when we're talking about something that could change your life forever. But here's something no one tells you. The most dangerous place in your house isn't the stairs. It's your bedroom. Why? Because that's where you spend 8 hours every night lying still, and then you get up, sometimes in the dark, sometimes quickly, and ask your body to immediately function perfectly. Your blood pressure shifts. Your muscles are stiff. Your balance system is still waking up. And if you've been avoiding movement during the day, your legs aren't strong enough to support you reliably. So what should you do? Let's break it down. 4 habits that help, and 4 that could be hurting you. The first thing you must do is this. Stand up from a chair 10 times every morning. No hands, just your legs. Here's why this one exercise is so powerful. Every time you stand up from a chair, you're using the exact same muscles and movement patterns you need to prevent a fall. You're strengthening your quadriceps, the muscles at the front of your thighs. You're engaging your glutes, your powerhouse muscles. You're challenging your balance and coordination. Remember Helen? She started with chair stands. The first day, she could barely do 3 without using her hands. She was frustrated. She felt weak. But she kept going. One small step every day. One small step away from the ER. One small step toward confidence. Here's exactly how to do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Cross your arms over your chest. Lean slightly forward and stand up using just your leg muscles. Sit back down slowly and controlled. Don't rock forward and back to build momentum. Don't hold on to the chair arms. Don't stand up too quickly. This isn't about speed. It's about strength and control. If you can't do it without using your hands at first, that's okay. Start by using just one finger for balance. Then try with no hands. If regular chair stands become easy, try standing up from a lower chair or hold the standing position for 3 seconds before sitting back down. Sarah, 68, told me, "I thought chair stands were too simple to matter. But after 2 weeks, I realized I was getting up from restaurant chairs without thinking about it. I hadn't done that in years." Research from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity shows that seniors who perform chair stands daily improve their leg strength by 19% and their balance confidence by 24% within just 4 weeks. Make it part of your morning routine, right after you brush your teeth, before you have coffee. Link it to something you already do every day, and you'll never forget. Chair stands are your foundation. But they're just the beginning. The second thing you must do is this. Clear every walkway in your home and light every hallway, even the ones you think you know by heart. Here's what I see in almost every home I visit. Throw rugs that slip. Extension cords stretched across walkways. Stacks of books or magazines on the floor. Furniture placed just a little too close to the walking path. But the real danger happens at night. You know your house perfectly during the day. But at 2 a.m., when you need to get to the bathroom, everything changes. The cold bathroom tile. The grab bar just out of reach. The quiet thud at 2 a.m. No one there to hear it. Here's what you need. Motion-activated night lights in every hallway and bathroom. Not just any lights. Ones that turn on automatically when you move, so you never have to walk in the dark. The light should be bright enough to see clearly, but not so bright that it blinds you or disrupts your sleep. LED night lights work best. They're bright, energy efficient, and last for years. Do this today. Walk through your home and look for anything that could trip you. Ask yourself, if I had to navigate this in the dark, what would catch my foot? Check these areas specifically. The path from your bedroom to the bathroom. The route from the bedroom to the kitchen. Any stairs or single steps. Transition areas between rooms. Near furniture, where you might need to walk around. If you have family members who visit, ask them to do this audit with you. Sometimes we become so used to our environment that we don't notice hazards. Fresh eyes can spot things we miss. Remove or secure any loose rugs. Tape down electrical cords. Move furniture to create clear pathways at least 3 feet wide. Install motion lights in key areas. This isn't just about preventing falls. When you can move confidently through your home, you maintain your independence. You don't have to ask for help. You don't have to move to a different living situation. Your environment is now safer. But what about what you're wearing? The third thing you must do is this. Wear proper footwear, even inside your house. I know what you're thinking. I've been walking around in socks for 60 years. Why should I change now? Because your balance and stability have changed, even if you don't feel it yet. Here's what happens as we age. The fat pads in our feet thin out. Our proprioception, Our body's ability to sense where we are in space decreases. Our ankles become less flexible. The solution isn't bulky shoes. It's supportive footwear with good traction. Think athletic shoes with rubber soles, or supportive slippers with non-slip bottoms. Never wear. Socks only on hard floors. Flip-flops or slides. Shoes with smooth leather soles. Worn-out shoes with no tread. Shoes that are too big or too small. Look for non-slip soles with good tread. Proper arch support. A secure fit that doesn't slip off your heel. Low, wide heels, no more than 1 inch. Closed toe design for protection. Consider having dedicated indoor shoes, supportive slippers or lightweight sneakers that you wear only inside. This gives you the support you need without tracking outdoor dirt through your home. Michael, 74, told me, "I used to shuffle around in my slippers every morning. They were comfortable, but they had no grip. I switched to indoor athletic shoes, and I immediately felt more stable. It was like having superpowers for my feet." Don't forget about foot care. Keep your toenails trimmed. Address any foot pain or problems immediately. When your feet hurt, you change how you walk, and that affects your balance. Get your feet professionally measured once a year. Our feet change as we age, and wearing the wrong size can affect your stability and comfort. Good footwear gives you a solid foundation. But what about building the balance skills that will keep you upright? The fourth thing you must do is this. Engage in balance-focused activity for just 10 minutes every day. Your balance system is like a 3-legged stool. You have your vision, your inner ear, and your proprioception, your body's ability to sense where you are in space. As we age, all 3 of these systems can weaken, but here's the good news. You can strengthen them, and you don't need expensive equipment or a gym membership. Start with single-leg standing. Stand next to a wall or sturdy counter for safety, but don't hold on unless you need to. Lift 1 foot slightly off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. Switch legs. Too easy? Try it with your eyes closed. Still too easy? Try standing on a pillow or folded towel. The unstable surface challenges your balance system even more. Consider Tai Chi. This ancient practice is often called meditation in motion, and it's incredibly effective for improving balance. Studies show that Tai Chi can reduce fall risk by up to 45%. Practice heel-to-toe walking. Walk in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other foot. This challenges your balance and coordination. Simple yoga poses like tree pose or warrior 3 can also help. You don't need to be flexible or experienced. Just holding these poses for a few seconds at a time builds strength and stability. The key is finding something you enjoy. If you hate exercise, you won't stick with it. If you love dancing, dance. If you enjoy gardening, garden. The act of reaching, bending, and moving while maintaining balance is excellent practice. Make balance training part of your daily routine. Practice single-leg stands while brushing your teeth. Do heel-to-toe walking while waiting for your coffee to brew. Challenge your balance while watching TV. Keep track of your progress. Can you hold single-leg stands longer? Can you walk heel-to-toe for more steps? Are you feeling more confident in your daily movements? Consider joining a class. Many community centers offer balance classes specifically for seniors. The social aspect makes it more enjoyable, and you'll learn from others who share your goals. Now you know the 4 things you must do, but just as important are the 4 things you should avoid. The first thing you should avoid is this: using walls and furniture as your primary support when walking. I know this sounds counterintuitive. When you feel unsteady, grabbing onto something solid seems like the smart thing to do. And occasionally it is. But when it becomes your primary way of moving, you're creating a dangerous cycle. Here's what happens. When you constantly rely on your hands and arms for support, Your legs get weaker. When your legs get weaker, you need more support. When you need more support, you rely more on your hands and arms. And round it goes. You also become dependent on having something to hold on to. What happens when you're in an open space? What happens when you're outside? What happens when the thing you're holding on to isn't as stable as you thought? Not all furniture is designed to support your full body weight. A lightweight chair or small table can tip over when you lean on it, causing exactly the kind of fall you were trying to prevent. Instead of holding on to things, practice walking with your arms free. Use walls and furniture for light balance assistance only when absolutely necessary, not as a crutch. If you currently rely heavily on support, don't go cold turkey. Gradually reduce your dependence. Start by using just one finger for light touch. Then, try walking short distances without any support at all. The goal is to build confidence in your own body's ability to keep you upright. Every time you walk without support, you're proving to yourself that you can do it. There are times when using support is absolutely appropriate. When you're sick, when you're on unfamiliar terrain, when you're carrying something heavy, or when you're genuinely unstable. The key is not making it your default mode of movement. If you need support, consider appropriate assistive devices like a cane or walker, prescribed and fitted by a healthcare professional. These are designed for stability and won't tip over like furniture might. The second thing you should avoid is this: avoiding movement out of fear. This is perhaps the most dangerous habit of all. You're afraid of falling, so you move less. You move less, so you get weaker. You get weaker, so you're more likely to fall. You fall, so you become more afraid. It's a vicious cycle. Remember Helen? After her first fall, she stopped taking her daily walks. She stopped going to the grocery store. She stopped doing the activities she loved. She thought she was being careful, but she was actually making herself more vulnerable. Here's what happens when you avoid movement. You can lose 1 to 3% of your muscle mass per week when you're inactive. Your balance deteriorates. Your coordination suffers. Your confidence plummets. But here's the flip side. Movement is medicine. Even gentle movement. Even short bursts of activity. Every step you take is a step toward maintaining your independence. The key is to start small and build gradually. You don't need to run a marathon. You don't need to lift heavy weights. You just need to move. Start with movements you can do safely. Walking inside your home, gentle stretching, chair exercises, standing and sitting, arm movements while seated. As you build confidence, gradually increase your activity. Maybe you walk to the mailbox, then around the block, then to the local store. Each success builds on the last. There's a difference between healthy caution and paralyzing fear. Healthy caution means being aware of your limitations and taking appropriate precautions. Paralyzing fear means avoiding all risk, which actually increases your risk. If fear is keeping you from moving, consider working with a physical therapist or qualified trainer who specializes in senior fitness. They can help you build a safe, progressive program. The third thing you should avoid is this: loose rugs and dim lighting. I've seen more falls caused by loose rugs than almost any other household hazard. They seem innocent enough. They're decorative. They're comfortable under your feet. They've been in your home for years. But here's what happens. You step on the edge of a rug and it slides. Or you catch your toe on a curled-up corner. Or you trip over the transition between the rug and the floor. If you must have rugs, secure them properly. Use non-slip pads underneath. Make sure the edges lie flat. Choose rugs with low, dense pile rather than thick, plush ones. Consider alternatives like area rugs with rubber backing, or simply removing rugs altogether. Your safety is more important than your decor. Dim lighting is just as dangerous. As we age, We need more light to see clearly. What seemed like adequate lighting at 40 isn't enough at 70. You need about twice as much light at 65 as you did at 25. That means brighter bulbs, more lamps, and better positioning of light sources. Pay attention to shadows. Even if a room is well lit overall, shadows can hide hazards or create the illusion of steps or obstacles that aren't there. Use bright white LED bulbs. Add lamps where needed. Install motion-activated lights in key areas. Make sure light switches are easily accessible and well marked. The fourth thing you should avoid is this: rushing to answer phones and doors. We've all been trained to answer quickly. The phone rings, and we drop everything to get it. Someone knocks, and we hurry to the door. This automatic response can be dangerous. When you move quickly, especially when you're not warmed up, you're more likely to trip, stumble, or lose your balance. Your body needs time to adjust to position changes. Standing up quickly can cause your blood pressure to drop temporarily, leading to dizziness or lightheadedness. This is called orthostatic hypotension, and it becomes more common as we age. Here's what to do instead. Take your time. The phone will ring again if it's important. Most calls go to voicemail anyway. Visitors will wait if they really need to see you. Use technology to your advantage. Get a cordless phone and keep it with you. Use caller ID to screen calls. Set up voicemail. Consider a doorbell camera so you can see who's at the door before deciding whether to answer. When you do need to get up and move, do it mindfully. Take a moment to orient yourself. Stand up slowly. Make sure you're steady before you start walking. Remember, your safety is more important than answering every call or knock immediately. There's no phone call or visitor worth risking a fall. Practice patience with yourself. Give yourself permission to move at your own pace. This isn't about being slow. It's about being safe and deliberate. Now you know what to do and what to avoid. But what does this look like in real life? Let me tell you the rest of Helen's story, the part that will surprise you. After her hip fracture, Helen spent 2 weeks in the hospital and then 6 weeks in rehabilitation. She was discouraged. She felt like her independence was over. But her physical therapist introduced her to chair stands. Just like I've described to you. Helen could barely do 3 without using her hands. She was frustrated. She felt weak. But Helen had something that many people lose after a fall: determination. She decided she wasn't going to let fear rule her life. She started doing chair stands every morning. 1 small step every day. 1 small step away from fear. 1 small step toward confidence. Within 2 weeks, she could do 10 chair stands without using her hands. Within a month, she was walking confidently through her home. Within 6 weeks, she was back to her daily walks. She also made changes to her home. She removed all the loose rugs. She installed motion-activated lights in every hallway. She bought proper indoor shoes with good traction. Every day, she practiced single-leg stands while brushing her teeth. She did heel-to-toe walking while waiting for her coffee to brew. She made balance training part of her daily routine. But the most important change wasn't physical. It was mental. Helen stopped thinking of herself as fragile. She started thinking of herself as strong. Today, Helen is 74. She walks her dog every morning. She goes to the grocery store by herself. She travels to visit her grandchildren. She has not fallen once since she started her fall prevention routine. Helen told me, "I thought falling was just part of getting old." But it's not. It's part of getting weak. And getting weak is a choice. Helen's story teaches us something crucial. It's never too late to build strength. It's never too late to regain confidence. It's never too late to prevent the next fall. She stands. She strengthens. She walks taller. And so can you. For Helen, the fear wasn't just about falling. It was about losing her independence, her pride, her home. It was about becoming someone her children worried about. It was about no longer being herself. If you're over 60, or if you love someone who is, I want you to understand something. Strength is still within your control. Balance is still within your control. Confidence is still within your control. It starts with 4 simple actions. Chair stands every morning. Clear walkways and bright lighting. Proper footwear, even inside. Balance activities every day. And avoiding 4 dangerous habits. Relying on furniture for support. Avoiding movement out of fear. Keeping loose rugs and dim lighting. Rushing to answer phones and doors. 1 small step every day. 1 small step away from the ER. 1 small step toward confidence. You may not feel fragile until you fall once, and then everything changes. But you don't have to wait for that moment. You can choose strength over fear. You can choose action over avoidance, because no one wants to be the parent their kids worry about. No one wants to be the friend who never leaves the house anymore. No one wants to lose their independence to a preventable fall. Start today. Right now. Stand up from your chair 10 times. Clear 1 walkway. Put on proper shoes. Practice standing on 1 foot. And share this message with someone you love. Because somewhere, there's another Helen who needs to hear this. Somewhere, there's someone who's afraid to move. Who's becoming weaker every day. Who thinks falling is just part of getting old. It's not part of getting old. It's part of getting weak. And getting weak is a choice. Choose strength. Choose movement. Choose confidence. Choose to stand tall, walk proudly, and live independently. Helen chose strength. She started with 10 chair stands a day. Now she walks her dog again, with confidence, with pride, with the knowledge that she is in control of her own body. You can too. Don't wait for a fall to change your life. Change your life to prevent a fall. Start today. Share this video. Save a life. Maybe even your own. Your strength is waiting. Your confidence is waiting. Your independence is waiting. All you have to do is take that first step. Before you go, I need you to do 3 things. First, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Why? Because I share life-changing health and wellness content for seniors every week. Content that could prevent the next fall, the next injury, the next trip to the emergency room. Second, leave a comment below and tell me, which of these 4 strategies will you start today? Are you going to begin with chair stands, clear your walkways, change your footwear, or start balance training? I read every single comment, and your commitment might inspire someone else to take action. And third, this is the most important one. Share this video with someone you love. Text it to your spouse, email it to your parent, post it in your community group. Because somewhere, there's another Helen who needs this message. Someone who's afraid to move, who's getting weaker every day, who thinks falling is inevitable.